Hello my sugar babies and welcome back to my channel. It's Beauty by Kristy. Today we are coming with our monthly favorites. It's a couple of things. So let's just get right on into it. This month has been very minimalistic, me but better. I've really enforced that. I know that usually I tell you guys like that's just what I like, but this month it was all I did. So with that being said, if I was not wearing the CoverGirl Beauty Elixir, because that has been my favorite this month, I've definitely been wearing the MAC Face and Body. This one is in N6 and honestly I just love it. It's just so lightweight but coverage and you wouldn't even think it. It feels great on the skin, like almost like nothing. It's very watery, very watery. Me that works, I tell you guys all the time, I love to layer powder foundation on top of liquid foundation. It just helps with the longevity of my makeup throughout the day. A lot of the times I don't have time to stop and look at myself honestly in between clients or gym or work or whatever the case is that I'm doing. So this assures me that I'm going to be okay throughout the day. So taking that extra step of adding the powder foundation locks it. So for me, the lightweight foundation is okay. I feel like I usually gravitate to this foundation more in the summertime. I just don't like that heavy feeling on my face. I know some people live, die, and breathe for it. This girl honestly can't handle it. I blow my nose way too much. I have allergies. I'm always itching my face, scratching here, this, there. So to me, a full coverage foundation wouldn't work out because I would have spots all over. I feel like with a lighter weight foundation, I can get away with it more. Because it's so sheer and like bouncy skin like that, I can get away with that. But yeah, I've been loving that foundation. I picked this up at a whim. I was in Sephora and I was looking for a great hair mask, but I didn't want something too big because I wanted to try it and then know whether or not I like the product or not. So I picked up the Living Proof Restore Mask Treatment for Damaged or Dry Hair. And I remember that I used this before, but I didn't remember if it was good or not. Girl, this is like so lightweight. It's softening. It repairs your hair so good. My ends were like so crispity crunchy because obviously it is summertime. I am using the flat iron more because I personally hate my hair curly. It's just my personal preference. So I was blowing it out and styling it a lot more, adding more heat to it. So I noticed my ends were just like they were fried. So I picked this up and honestly I've used it twice and my ends look so much better. The split ends, all that, it just looks so less dehydrated. Like my hair literally looked like it was like on a drought, like it needed water. And I did this 2 times and it says it's strand healing, weightlessly repairing, softening, restoring mask. Exactly what it did to my hair, honestly. For dry or damaged hair. It's a restore mask treatment. Put it in your hair, 5 minutes, rinse thoroughly, use 1 or twice per week. Dramatic change in my ends is just by far amazing. And I haven't cut them yet, so I know that once I do get the trim, it'll be a lot more better. But honestly, if you're suffering from dry ends and like you're about to give up and like chop your hair off, try this. It's really good. Next, contour. I've gone back to my Anastasia contour kits in, I don't know, this might be the first one. Looks like this. And I've been loving these 2 shades to bronze with, and then this one for my nose. And it's weird because usually I would only do it with this one all around, but lately because I've gotten a lot more sun, I've been loving how these 2 look on face. And banana powder, of course, is life. I've never actually used this one here. It's supposed to be like a highlight, I'm guessing, but it's just too chalky for me. So I don't even gravitate to that shadow at all. But I have been loving the contour shades in here. you know I had to mention this. This has been my life, okay? It is the life-changing mascara right now. It is so good for being drugstore. And I'm so happy because my best friend just texted me and told me she got me a backup because I can't find it anywhere. I ordered it online from Target, waited about a week and a half to open it, saw it in Doreen and was like, oh yeah, I forgot, I have that at home. Opened it up, did a review on it. She was bomb.com, like amazing. Then I went to go to Dorian Reed to buy a backup and there was no more. I was like, what the heck happened? It was crazy. So I'm so happy because my best friend right now just texted me. She got me a backup. I'm ecstatic. If you see this mascara, pick it up. I promise you, it's going to change your lash game forever. Legit, forever. No lie. It's so good. Next up, skincare. I tried this Be Fine Food Skincare Exfoliating Cleanser with brown sugar, almond, sweet almond, and oats. This has changed my skin game a lot. So most recently, I don't know what's going on. I know that I've changed my diet and I stopped eating a lot of bad stuff, incorporating a lot more vegetables, trying to transition myself into vegan. It's something that I really want to do. And I cheated. I had an oatmeal cookie. Kill me. I had an oatmeal cookie. And then Pedro and Thomas came through and just like taunted me for that week. Later on, I got Stephanie on my chin. It was like a conspiracy against me, like to eat that damn cookie. So I started using this because of that. I was like, damn, if I'm the type of person that if I see a pimple on my face, because I'm not used to it, I kind of want to pop it. I know, it's so bad. As a makeup artist, trust me, I know. However, I was like, I don't want to pick on it. Let me do an exfoliator. I didn't want to do the one that I usually do as a daily cleanser because it wasn't doing anything for it. So I did this and it literally made it smooth. Like, Pedro was bumpy AF. Like, I snapped a video about him on Snapchat because he was just torturing me. It was like he was staring at me. I was looking in the mirror and he was looking back at me. And when I finished my video, I went and I cleaned my face and I washed my face with this, and it was like he was gone. Like, he was flat. He wasn't raised anymore. He wasn't looking at me. We weren't making eye contact. It was so much better. So I really like this. I'm going to continue to use it. I've used it 3 times now. And honestly, he's almost gone. It's mainly just like a scab because I picked on it. I know. But I really like this exfoliator. It's really good. It cleans you. It doesn't leave you dry, like tight skin. Because that is some of the things that I do hate about exfoliators. Like, they leave you stripped. And then you just feel dry, or I feel dry. I don't know if it's not, it might just be me. But this one doesn't do that to me, and I want to say it's because of the almond oil and the oats. Perla, if you have not got this, get it now. Go. If you're obsessed with highlighting, you're gonna love this. Like, it is so dewy and like melts into your skin. If you have texture on your face, this might be good for you. I feel like my skin tags hide even though it is a liquid. It's weird, I know, but it just looks amazing on the skin. It doesn't look overpowering or over exaggerated. I'm sure that you can amp it up if you put on a dry highlighter on top of it. I didn't today. I just love how wet it looks. It looks very, very nice. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with this one. Obsessed. A primer that I have been using every day, no lie, this month has been the Maybelline Baby Skin, and it's been doing me so damn good on drugstore stuff. So you will start seeing that a lot more in my videos. And I feel like this is a primer that everybody knows is good, but for whatever reason, you know, you see all these other companies that come out with them, so they lose the hype. But this is such a good primer for drugstore. Honestly, it like smooths you, diminishes any kind of bumps that you do have. It clears your pores. It's so good, but not talked about as much. So if you are on the hunt for a drugstore primer, trust and believe that this one is good. If you want to diminish pores, if you want something for hydrating, this is not it. Other than that, it's so good. Another highlighter that I honestly have loved this month has been from Rincon Cosmetics. It's the Glow Bomb highlighter with Ash K. Holmes. Mine is shattered because you guys saw in a video I dropped her. I've been using this on a daily, and if I'm not wearing the Glow Bomb, I'm wearing Mary Lou from The Balm. These have been the two highlights that I have been using this month. They have not done me wrong. Their highlights, this one honestly has made it to my like top 5. This one will always be in my top 5. Yeah, I feel like when you find a good highlighter, there's just, you will always come back to it. You'll try other things, but your holy grail will always be what you come back to. And this is one of them, and this definitely has made my top 5. I want to talk about a eyeliner. This one is from Makeup Forever. It is in the number M80 is what I have on today. I've been loving these colored eyeliners lately, just to give you that pop of color that you want, but you don't want to over exaggerate with shadow and all this jazz. Good stuff. And they stay in the waterline really long. I wore the teal one to work the other day. Where is it? And it lasted all day. I had clients after work. I think I got home. I left my house at 5. I got home at like 7 and it was still on there. It is so good. So I've been loving these. The NARS are good as well. I have a couple of them as well in case you wanted to know. I went into the e.l.f. store to buy the lip glosses that I did a review on, which is one of the ones that I do have on right now. And I bought their, what number are you? 203. This baby is so good. If you love the Anastasia brush, you're gonna love this one. I promise you. It's so good. It's stiff but flexible, like just enough, like it holds the product. The brush side is so good. It's white, so obviously you do see when it does get dirty, which is the only thing that I would say. But I don't even mind it because it was like $3. I lost my Anastasia brush and I was debating whether or not I wanted to pay. No! This one is so good. It does the damn job. I promise you. Go get it. Alright, so here we have Anastasia in Honey. I am obsessed with this lipstick. It is matte but not a drying formula. It feels so good on the lips, like good. It's not like a drying matte lipstick, and I can appreciate that these days because you guys know I am all over lip glosses and creamy lipsticks. I think I'm giving up. I've kind of been laying off of the liquid lipsticks, so I love this Perfect Nude. So creamy and buttery. It's a really great nude. You guys know I'm all for that gray undertone, and it's my favorite nude these days. You guys have seen this. It's a staple. It's from MAC in Whirl, and I love to line my lips. If I'm not using this one for this lipstick, I'm definitely using the NYX in Chocolate. It's a great color for this line, this lipstick as well. As you can see, it is a little bit darker, but I like that because it makes my lips look a little bigger. For glosses, I've been all about these from the drugstore. These are the e.l.f. Plumping Lip Glosses. I did a review on these as well. I did a first impression on these, and this one is in the color Pink Cosmo. Looks like that. It's very milky, but doesn't really change the lip color that you do have on. This one is my favorite. It has like reflex glitters in it. It's just so pretty. This one is called Champagne Glam. She's a keeper. I love it. Like I said, I'm really all about glosses this month, so I am so happy with these. They're affordable but good. And another gloss that I have to include is the Marc Jacobs in Sugar Sugar.
And I had to get another one of these because, as you guys know, I went to Miami and I forgot all my lipsticks. So I went to the Sephora. So I went to the Sephora out there and I had to get another one. And luckily they had, because it's sold out in New York. So this is what it looks like. And this one is not more of a frosted gloss, it's more of a color gloss. So it's very pigmented. But I love it. I'll give you a fail for this month. And I usually don't include them because it's rarely ever so often that I have one. But this month, I'd be lying if I told you I didn't. I did. The Anastasia Subculture for me was definitely not a hit. I did my look with the palette today. It is the look that I have in this video. I'm sorry because I lost the footage to the ending of this. However, I did want to include it. This palette is good. I'm not going to say I hate it. However, I'm not a fan of pigments. And what this seems like to me is a palette full of pressed pigments. And you just have to work a lot harder to get the color to stay as pigmented as it is. As soon as you start blending one color on top, the other ones kind of fade. They're great pungent pigments if you just want to pack it on the lid. That's what I would necessarily use this palette for. But I wouldn't try to like create a bomb ass look, because as soon as some colors blend in with each other, they oxidize and they change. And to me, that's just working extra hard as an artist. I don't want to have to come back to a color after I am already done to build the gradient effect more than 7 times. I do love the pigmentation. Like I said, as an all over lid base, I want vibrant color, and like the crease work is just like a smoky fade of a transition color. This would work amazing. Again, I made it work today. I'm not saying the palette is not doable. However, I'm just saying for the amount of money and so many other companies that are out there, it's just not worth it. Inconsistencies to me is what kind of throws me off. I honestly got a good palette, but that doesn't mean that you would. So just on that minor issue all alone, and I mean, you can see there is a little bit of fallout just from swatching the pigment. To me, after being an artist for such a long time, I don't feel like I want to deal with that. I've never honestly liked pigments to begin with, so to have a palette just full of pressed pigments is not ideal for me as an artist. I don't want to work that hard to achieve a look personally as an artist. So for me, this was a fail this month. I'm not saying that it's not a good palette. I'm just saying you're gonna have to work a little harder. I've seen tutorials now, because I didn't before. I have seen the tutorials now of people bashing this palette because it is extremely bad. However, if you just tap in, it's a pigment, so if you tap in there lightly, you'll be able to achieve a look. However, as an artist, it's not a palette that I would gravitate to a lot because of the fallout, because of the amount of work that you have to put in to blend the shadow, and because of the oxidizing. I'm not a fan of how they oxidize and change color. To me, if I want to use a color, I'm using it because I like the color. I don't want it to change into another shade once I'm done blending and I have achieved the look that I want. Now I have to work extra harder to put that color back in. It's just a mess. So for me, this was a fail this month, and yeah, and that is it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I am sorry that I lost this footage, but I wanted to include it because I felt like you guys needed to know, and I wanted to share my lip products. But that is it. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out, like and comment down below so that I know what you guys want to see next. I don't think I have anything else to say other than thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you loves on the next one.